in America.
These girls are just trying to do the best they can every day in looking after the boys and trying to get their work done.
You want to cut it? You got to push down really hard.
I mean, their grades have been really bad.
You better sit down.
Ma'am. When? Ethan.
There's no real way that Brittany can do her schoolwork. She's overlooking her laptop constantly to make sure that the kids, they're being taken care of.
Make me another sandwich.
How are these girls supposed to study? It's kind of like mum taking the younger ones to work with her, with them running around. Well, she's not going to be able to get any work done, is she? School is a mandatory foundation for these girls' future. And these parents are being selfish. What is it that you do day in and day out and you're like, I'm fed up with this?
Watching them 24/7, not being able to go places. I'm sick of cleaning and cooking and being a mom.
If you turned around and said to me, Joe, I just want to be a teenager, okay, what would that represent for you?
Having a life.
My word, I don't remember the last time that I was hugged so hard. I want to hear what's going on right now, right in here. The quiet girl that I'm actually looking at now is not you.
Usually very loud and annoying.
Where is there room for you to have a relationship with your dad?
I've kind of given up trying because I don't see that he respects us. Everything that we do is never good for him. I don't know.
These girls look after these boys and don't have an outlet. An adult would eventually break down if they did not take care of themselves. So why do these parents feel that their teenage daughters wouldn't? There were certain stages throughout the day that the older girls would just sit on the sofa at a complete loss of really not knowing what to do with the boys. A lot of the mood swings that we see comes from them not having structure for them.
Oh, stop kicking me. It hurts. Stop, Ethan.
What is it that you feel most frustrated about when this happens?
That I can't get him to stop crying.
That you can't control it?
Okay. I'll start the floors.
Do the dishes.
You just sit down, I'll get the books. Come here, Cole.
But it just seems like they're never off duty.
Good.
Are you girls literally trying to get all the chores done before she gets back?
Yeah.
So if the things are not done, what's Dad like when he gets home?
Crabby.
I just find it incredibly sad and irresponsible that these parents have not even just stopped to think how much they're putting on their daughters. Sarah had told Brittany that she was going to be home by 6 o'clock. You girls tired?
Yeah. I think you're hungry.
What do the kids have for dinner tonight? Anything?
My mom said that she's gonna bring home subs.
What time is that then? We don't know, do we? Do you want to give your mum a call and find out when she is going to come back? There was Brittany, the teenager, calling her mum to see where she was. And it's like what parents do with the teenagers. It's 6 o'clock, where are you? You're meant to be home, you know? So she's not picking up her personal phone. So you're now ringing the studio phone. I would expect any mother, working or not, to have their phone on, especially under those circumstances. Okay. Brittany's only done 8 hours with the kids, so what's another hour? It's not going to hurt, is it?
It is.
Nope.
Mama's home.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Here.
Bye-bye.
Hi, how was your day?
A little busy, as usual.
When Mum came home, She explained it's not always like this. Half of the week it is, and half of the week it's not. Well, quite frankly, half the week's too much for me if you're having to give your kids fast food. So who's tidying this up?
Me and Brittany.
And these girls are left here to clear up everything. There isn't a bedtime routine in this house. There was musical beds. See, nobody's getting a good night's sleep. It's manic, it really is. Quinn just had a meltdown. He started crying and he couldn't stop. So what's happened?
I just set him on the bed.
That to me was just crazy. Where Cole's trying to sleep and Brittany's trying to get Cole down to sleep. And now you've just gone and put baby in the bedroom.
You need to stop.
You feeling sick?
Just,
Dizzy? Huh?
I'm okay now. Just wave, sun wave of.
No, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I'm looking at her thinking, no, you're not fine. You look pale and you're dizzy.
I'm okay, really.
But you're not. You know you're not.
Where's Cole?
And where was Mum? Sitting down in the sofa in the sitting room. So whose turn is it now? Because you walked away. Whose turn is it?
I don't know. I toss up my hands and throw in the towel because I just don't know what to do to get them all to just, you know, that's how it is every night. You just get to the point where it's like, I can't deal anymore. I don't know. I give up. I throw a white towel. I'm done.
You're done. So who deals with the kids now then? Who deals with the kids? If you're done, it's quit. Towel in.
Brittany and Mariah.
Oh, I forgot. The girls.
Brittany's in there right now.
So it's Brittany's dealing with. Right. Okay. Let's go and see that then. This is so sad. This is so sad. I'll never talk. But I've seen a lot today in observation, enough that I'm ready to just leave and come in tomorrow and really address some serious issues with Mum and Dad. There's a lot to be said tomorrow, and quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be a pretty picture tomorrow either. We need to cut to the chase. My observation yesterday was heartbreaking. There have been spirits here that have been broken, and a smell not just of desperation, but of fear. Sarah, you have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old, and they are left to raise 3 younger boys. Some would call that selfish.
When I started my own business, it was with the intent of just having more flexibility than working for someone else and a way to bring in some additional income into the family. And it exploded.
But you don't even juggle effectively to be able to allow yourself to go to work and take on your moral responsibilities as a mother in raising your children.
You're telling me things that I know. It's more, how do I fix them?
My concern is whether you want to. Because at the end of the day, it was your daughters that called me. Because it certainly didn't come from the pair of you. And your daughters crying out for help because the people they should be able to come to, they felt they couldn't. I want to talk about schoolwork. These young girls can't do the work that they need to do and focus and pull those grades when they're looking after 3 young kids. It's not happening. All it does is shatter their self-esteem. You have no idea what these girls have to deal with during the day. And they're trying to do their work. Which brings me on to schedule. Where is the schedule?
There is none.
What do your boys do all day? How are we stimulating and enhancing their imagination, their creativity.
I'm not here during the day. I'm working. I'm gone. I
So
don't
does
know
that-
what I'm supposed
so-
to do while I'm gone.
So does that take your responsibility away of what you should be doing as a father? What chaos bedtime is. I mean, yesterday, Sarah, you said to me, I'm throwing the towel in, I quit. Quitting is to give up. You can't give up.
I believe I said that when my 2-year-old was having a meltdown.
Correct. And who took care of that?
Brittany.
Doesn't that say something, Sarah? May I ask you what kind of a relationship you have right now with your daughters? What kind of relationship do you think you have with them?
Not as good as it used to be.
I mean, where do you think you're going to be in the next 5 years with your daughters?
Couldn't tell you.
I can. You're going to be nowhere, Glenn. A father is the first role model that a young girl has of the opposite sex. It's such an important relationship. Your daughters have low self-esteem because they're not given the love and the attentiveness that they deserve. You expect too much. You're nodding.
Because you're 100% right.
Tell your husband.
They can't ever voice their opinion. They can't ever say, I don't agree with you, Dad, on this. It's not okay for them to say that at all, ever. And that's not fair. That's not fair to them at all.
I just want to have a household where everybody respects each other.
You will not get respect from anyone in this house unless you give respect. And you're breaking spirits, Glenn. You're snapping backbones here, mate. Is that the kind of father that you really want to be?
Obviously not.
If you really don't shape up, you are going to lose everything. Now, if you want to hold on to what you have, you need to change. Your girls rang me to come in and help their family. Everything I've seen in your house can be changed. So I smelt fear and I smelt desperation, but it doesn't mean I can't smell hope here. So are we gonna go for this? Huh? Are we gonna turn around and say, yes, we deserve to change things around? Huh? So let's do it and let's get cracking soon as. Okay. Thank you.
Coming up, Joe forces the family to communicate, but the pressure proves all too much for Brittany.
Whoop. Right?
When SuperNanny returns.
Great